This is your sign to get an older man to have a baby with. He's 25 years older than me. We're both stay-at-home parents because he's already retired and doesn't have to work anymore. And this is what our life looks like. Co-parenting with a narcissist is a different type of hell because it's already hard enough. But when you're dealing with somebody that only uses threats and silent treatment and goes on a smear campaign about you, this man has gone on a smear campaign about me already.
Hey, sorry I don't like to get used by girls.
Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. Okay, so I feel like it's been a while since I've done a video like this where we kind of break down a relationship gone south on TikTok where the person is coming with all of the receipts. I've done a few of these, but it's been months since I've done it. And so we are going to bring it back today. Today we are going to be talking about a couple on TikTok who faked their perfect age gap relationship only for it to blow up and turn quite ugly. And this has all spiraled in a relatively short amount of time because I do remember seeing one of their videos last month, and it was all about how perfect their life is or was. And now, just a few short weeks later, it has completely blown up. So, we are going to break this all down right now. Let's go. Okay, so we are going to be talking today about a woman on TikTok. This is her story. I think it used to be their couple account, but it was always her running it. But her name is Sabina, and she had her couple's account with her husband, or at least that's what she was calling at the time, husband Ryan. And their account was basically all about their age gap relationship and how great being in one is, how she would recommend it even because neither of them had to work and they got to be home all day.
This is your sign to get an older man to have a baby with. He's 25 years older than me. We're both stay-at-home parents because he's already retired and doesn't have to work anymore. And this is what our life looks like. Okay, he does all the cooking for us. He's way better at it. And then I do the dishes, so I clean up here. So our daughter is super clingy. She's like a Velcro baby because she never has to be alone because she always has one of us attending to her at all times. Yes, but she likes being in the high chair. That good? You like it?
Now, a lot of this content has been taken down. Only a few of their couples, happy moments, relationship videos are up. But to my understanding, they had quite a few other videos before and they have since been deleted. Like I said, this is all happening in real time rather quickly. But that video that I just showed you, which has almost 4 million views, was posted on March 28th of this year. And then on April 9th, she had posted that the war was over and that she had left her 50-year-old baby daddy. And like I said, this seemed to come out of nowhere because her comment section was like, what the heck? You just posted how happy you both were, and now this? What happened? So Sabina posted a story time of what happened with the caption, yes, you can waterboard this out of me because I need money to support my daughter. And I will show you these videos here in a second, but to that, she did actually just post as of today that she has made $5,400, and that is why she is continuing to talk about everything.
I'm going to attempt to kind of film an explanation video for we broke up and everything. Just going to first clarify that we actually weren't married. Yeah, made that up. Just didn't really want all the comments saying, oh, he didn't marry you or whatever. Like, we were engaged, but I just felt like it was easier to say husband than fiance. So there won't be a divorce, thankfully. Okay, so a lot of people think that I was using him for money and stuff, and that is part of this, is that he didn't want to provide anything for me. He didn't want me to live in his house for free, basically. So he wanted me to pay rent, pay for my own groceries, for all my own personal items, for my own bills. I paid for the trash and everything. He wanted to go half on all the utilities, half on all the groceries, half on all the baby stuff. And he owned the house, so I would have to pay rent every month. And I did when I was working full time. And then when I gave birth to my daughter, I stopped paying rent. He was not happy about that, obviously. Thought I was gold digging him because I was living with him without paying the bills or whatever. So that was a point of contention, and it was just a fight a lot of the times because he was just always upset that I wasn't contributing more to the household. It's also not a stay-at-home mom completely, like I said in my videos. I still work 3 days a week, so I would clean houses 2 days a week and then nanny 1 day a week. And then that money was going to pay my car payment, is $800 a month. And he wasn't willing to pay that, obviously, so I still had to somehow pay that. And then also I was in school, that would also be coming out of my pocket. And then also I had to pay for my own food. any personal items. I like shampoo, conditioner, like a shirt, anything I wanted, like makeup, anything like that. I had 100% by myself. And that is why I started posting on TikTok, because we were going viral. And I was like, oh my God, what if I can make money off of this? Because then I can stay home with my daughter. And we were. So I was actually making quite a bit of money on TikTok just for like the amount of time I was doing it and for like not having a ton of followers. I kept like putting our life out there and making it seem like, oh, we have this great life. We're both stay-at-home parents. 4 days out of the week, I was a stay-at-home parent, and like that's what our life looked like. But I did work. That wasn't the full story, and I presented it to be like a lot better than it was, because I knew that would go viral better than being like, oh, I'm with this guy twice my age who doesn't like help me out in any sort of. I do believe in paying for my own stuff, going to school, getting my degree, and having my own money separate too. It's just that it was really hard to deal with somebody that doesn't want to take care of you at all, help you out like when you are going through that development phase, to still be called a gold digger because I wasn't paying rent. And it was like a lot to handle. I felt like I was juggling so much, being a mom and being in school and like working. He was retired, so he didn't have to do anything. Or he would be like possessive about food and stuff, and like if I didn't pay for it. And it was really hard, like especially when I was pregnant, to like feel like I wasn't allowed to like touch things in the house. You know, I'm investing in this relationship. I'm giving you my best years because you're twice my age too. I'm gonna have to take care of you one day. You don't want to take care of me at all. Like they're, you know, you're able to or not. And he was more than able to. He didn't want to like contribute anything to my life, but I felt like I was having to contribute everything to his life. It just felt like really unfair. The thing is I was very much in love with him, and it wasn't about the money for me, like really, because I didn't see any of it. Like I didn't get to have any money. So yeah, living like rent free or whatever, but well, like after I gave birth to your child, like it didn't like really feel like a benefit. Like I think like a lot of women get to live in their home and be a stay-at-home mom and not have to pay rent. So I don't really feel like that was taking advantage. So that was like strange for me. And the reason why I'm even talking about this is because I'm hoping this video makes money, because I need money right now. He doesn't want to like pay child support or anything like that, of course. He doesn't want any financial responsibility. People calling me a gold digger is like, you guys don't even know, like you guys don't even know, like I had the bag for birthday gifts, like actually. But the thing is, like I was in love with him, and it was because I was really young and I had really poor self-esteem. I just wanted this man to like me, and he was the type that didn't have to put in any effort. And he had all these girls after him, or did. Whenever I met him, he had all these girls, young girls too. So it was like, you pick me, I want you to like me. So I was like a pick me, like, oh, this man doesn't have to pay for anything or do anything or try to impress me or even be nice to me. Like he has some like OCD issues and like control issues, and was just not like nice to me on a daily basis. He was always in a bad mood and stuff. And that's like where I got to the point where I'm like, I woke up and I turned 25. It's really like being pregnant too, and like being like treated like that when you're pregnant, and then turning 25, like I felt like my brain like finally matured, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm having to pretend my life is so perfect on the internet so that I can make money, because this man is refusing to support me in any way. Just a reminder, like stuff you see on social media isn't real. Don't be with somebody that doesn't want to build a life with you or doesn't think basic necessities is gold digging. Like obviously don't be with someone like that, and then be with someone that is also nice to you. And if you have really low self-esteem, it's probably best not to date in general, because you might find yourself in a situation like I did, where I had crippling low self-esteem and hated myself, and I thought this was be the only man that would like me, and he was so gorgeous. I felt like I needed to like get this man's approval, which is so wrong. And now I've just learned like to focus on myself, focus on my daughter and stuff. And that's like where I got to the point where I'm like, I woke up and I turned 25. It's really like being pregnant too.
So, yes, she was very honest, talked about how she really played up the relationship, the age gap content, not because it was true, but because she thought she could make a living off of it. And the angle that she was going to kind of base it all on was their age gap, which a lot of people do click on those type of videos because it's different. It's unique in its own way. You know, a 25-year-old at the 50-year-old, a 20-year-old at the 50-year-old, you know, it's not the norm, so it's definitely going to draw some attention. And there are more clips that I want to show you, more updates, different receipts, all of that. But first, I wanted to show you this clip, and she had posted it on her TikTok, but I also found it on a Reddit forum from 6 years ago. And it's just to kind of show you some background of Ryan, show you that he is not a stranger to having negative attention. Because get this, he was on an episode of Judge Judy, I believe 6 or 7 years ago. It didn't have anything to do with child support or anything like that. More context of of who Ryan is. But Sabina went on to give more updates and insight on where she's at currently and more about their relationship.
Okay, so this is kind of where I'm at in regards to where I'm living. Is I've had to move in with my parents. I'm a mess in this room because I'm currently moving everything and organizing everything. We're not homeless or anything, thankfully, but we're all okay, like housing wise. I'm actually starting a job, a bartending job, doing a working interview today. Really great if I can get that and start soon so that we have some more income. I can't count on TikTok as much as I used to for income. All my videos are going to do as well now that I don't have our age gap to promote. I've also had to transfer schools, so I will be going to school here starting next month with the summer semester. Custody, we're still figuring that out. In terms of like with Ryan and everything, I don't say much about what's going on because it's just he's a high conflict person, parent with his last ex, so it's going to be very, very messy. What he tries to do to me. Opens any more cases against his ex, he will be fine. That's how high conflict he is. I have that to look forward to. He is not supporting us in any way or sending money. A narcissist will always convince themselves that you were cheating on them and that's why you left them. They can take no accountability. My ex is 50 years old, trying to go 50-50 with me, trying not to pay for shit, treating me like shit, treating me like a dog that he wouldn't feed, that he didn't want to house. He used to joke that I could live in this busted ass shed in his backyard. I am the mother of his child. He yelled at me for eating an avocado while I was pregnant because I didn't pay for it. Because he paid for it, I couldn't have it. He used to tell me I should make an OnlyFans so that I could buy him a house on the lake. I found out that the last time he paid child support was 10 months ago. You know what else was 10 months ago? The last month I paid him rent. So I was paying this 50-year-old man's child support. He has the audacity to think that I've been cheating on him, and that's the only reason why I could ever want to leave him. And he can never take any accountability that the reason I don't want to be with him is because who treats another human being like that, let alone someone that they supposedly love and is the mother of their child? I know you're watching this. Just like acknowledge that you're a piece of shit.
So I'm very glad that she has her parents to go live with, that she has that support system built in. Not everyone has that. And so I am really happy that she has that to kind of fall back on so that she didn't have to stay in that relationship for a second longer. Also, clearly, she is not getting any financial support from Ryan, but something that she is getting is him going to TikTok to air out his side. I wasn't able to find his account. Maybe he's taken it down since, but she did upload a clip of him talking, and he's not exactly making himself look any better. So I don't know why he even posted it.
Hey, sorry I don't like to get used by girls. Oh, there's a deer back there. I'm not going to be paying some girl's car payment and her bills, there's fucking school shit. We're not married. I've already paid enough.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I don't like him. I don't like that wording, him saying some woman or some girl. You mean the girl that you had a child with? That's not just some random girl. But I feel like based off of her most recent post as of today, which is a bunch of texts from Ryan, I'm gonna put it up so that you can read them if you want. It's that trend where, people have AI turn it into a song, where the AI whatever bot reads the text messages. I don't know if I would get copyright striked or whatever. So you can pause and read. But in one of the texts, he says that she can just have full custody of their daughter because he is done. Which good, that is probably for the best. Hopefully she saves any and all receipts, all the text messages, everything, because it'd be great if he went away quietly, but just from what we know, it's unlikely. I did see someone say that they think this is all a skit, which I kind of get why someone could think that because she did admit that all of her old content was staged. But I personally don't think this is staged for views because I bet you she was making more money on the age gap content and could have really turned that into a full time influencing thing. Because, like I said earlier, that content, it does well on social media. There are tons of couples who have made that their niche and have been able to turn it into a full time influencing job. So, being that she deleted all that content and is starting over, I just don't think it's fake. I mean, yes, she has a little over $5,000 she has made from this, but she was getting more views previously to the point where she was even getting brand deals. all of the stuff going on right now will eventually settle down. Whereas if she kept up the age gap content, she could have kept going like so many other age gap creators do. But I am really glad for her sake, for her daughter's sake, that she was able to leave and no longer put up with what Ryan was putting her through. Hopefully, he doesn't continue to make her life any harder, and hopefully, her daughter and herself can just have a sense of normalcy, find some peace. But he also does seem like a major tool, so we'll see. But I do think, with all of that being said, this situation feels like yet another reminder that not everything we see on social media is real. If anything, a lot of it is exaggerated or staged for views and clout. That said, I do respect her honesty because, let's be honest, I don't think many creators on TikTok would be willing to admit that they lied to get ahead, even though I bet you a lot of them are doing that. But I do think that's going to be it today. Probably a shorter video, but like I said, it's been a while since I did one of these TikTok drama relationship breakdowns. If you like these kind of videos, I've definitely done a lot on my channel, so go check those out. Make sure you're subscribed, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Thank you for being here, and hopefully I see you guys again in my next video. Bye.